And now, live from the most watched television station in the Ark-La-Tex, this is KSLA News 12 at noon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for being with us here today. It's Tuesday, April 21st. I'm Shari Warren.
I'm Sylvia Rachal. Coming up in this half hour, a couple of motorcycle wrecks in our area today. We'll tell you about that. Plus, Bossier City has a new police chief. Also in this half hour, a chat with Dr. Bob Arnot of CBS This Morning, and Skip has our weather.
Well, we've got some sun and some rain to deal with across the Ark-La-Tex today. I'll have the details through Friday.
And we'll get a coleslaw recipe from Mr. Food. He says it's quick and easy, but first, the news. Shreveport police say a motorcycle station wagon collision at Market and Spring Streets could have been a lot worse than it ended up.
A station wagon driven by John Oliver of Shreveport hit the back of a motorcycle driven by Tracy Lyle of Shreveport. Investigators say Oliver misjudged the speed of the motorcycle when he tried to pass it. Lyle landed on the hood of the car after he was hit. Surprisingly, though, he wasn't badly hurt.
We commend Mr. Oliver. He didn't jam his brakes on and eject the driver of the motorcycle. He slowed to a gentle stop, and therefore the driver of the motorcycle was able to stay on board the hood of this car. And then once he did come to a stop, the driver of the motorcycle rolled off and landed out in the street. So I think that it could have been worse than it was, and I think that it was pretty good reaction on the driver of the station wagon.
Police will probably charge Oliver with some type of moving violation like improper lane usage.
About an hour after that accident this morning, another motorcycle accident happened on Hearn Avenue. Police say 63-year-old Albert Odell was hit when a car turned right in front of him. That was around 9 o'clock this morning. Edith Heflin allegedly pulled into Odell's path. She was ticketed for failure to yield. Odell was not seriously injured.
Jury selection enters its second day today in the trial of a woman accused of murdering two men. That trial is going on in Farmerville, Louisiana. The 23-year-old woman is accused of shooting two Farmerville men and then stealing their vehicles. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for Pamela Washington Griffin. Griffin is pleading not guilty by reason of insanity.
The waiting is over at the Bossier Police Department. This morning, Bossier Mayor George DeMint announced that he has selected Chuck Duncan to serve as the city's new police chief. Duncan is a 20-year veteran of the force and served as interim chief ever since former Chief Lynn Austin announced his retirement last year.
Our goal in the department is to continue to do the things that we've done for the past few years, to be a progressive police department. I look forward to working with the mayor, the city council, and look forward to serve the citizens of Bossier City.
Duncan is one of the 8 men who applied for the police chief position and scored highest on the civil service exam. He'll be sworn in next month.
A two-tiered school system is what we need to keep kids in school and away from drugs and crime. That's the word from U.S. Senator John Breaux today. The Louisiana junior senator is in Shreveport doing a little campaigning. This morning, he was the guest of the Caddo Career Center. He told the audience he thinks our educational system must also teach those who don't want to go into college.
Businesses should not have to be schools, but I'm encouraging businesses to work with vocational training programs like this one here in Caddo Parish, so that when a youngster gets out of high school, he has a high school diploma, but he also has an apprenticeship certificate that will enable him to be a carpenter, an electrician, a welder, a dietitian, a nurse, or what have you.
Breaux is attending a fundraiser in Shreveport right now. He's up for re-election this fall, but so far, no major candidate has announced a challenge.
Louisiana's oldest elected official is calling it quits. 86-year-old Eddie Jones has served on the Caddo Parish Board of Commission for 14 years, but her community service spans decades, and evidence of that, the countless awards that crowd her living room wall. Mrs. Jones says failing health has prompted her to give up her post.
I thought maybe I would stay on for the next election, which would have made me 90, but I won't be able to do that because of health. I'll have to resign and kind of take it a little bit easy.
Even though tomorrow will be her last day on the board, Mrs. Jones says this does not mean that she's retiring from community service, just scaling back her schedule.
A surprise candidate holds the presidential lead in the Lone Star State. Billionaire H. Ross Perot, a prospective independent candidate, is leading both President Bush and Democrat Bill Clinton in a Texas presidential poll. The Texas poll showed Perot would get 35% of the vote to Mr. Bush's 30%, and Clinton was a distant third with 20%. Perot says he's honored the people of Texas feel that way. The survey shook the camps of both the president and the expected Democratic frontrunner.
The DeSoto Parish School Board will hold a special meeting today to discuss the investigation into possible record tampering at Logansport School. The meeting is scheduled for 5:30 this afternoon at the school's media center. Superintendent Walter Lee says administrators plan to discuss an in-house investigation into the allegation that several seniors at the school were given credit for coursework they did not attend. We'll have more on this meeting for you tonight at 10 o'clock.
A local man who was trapped in his native Kuwait during the Iraqi occupation is having a dream come true today. You may remember Mike Al-Gharib. He and his family were visiting relatives in Kuwait when the Iraqis invaded in August of 1990. His wife Martha and their 2 children were allowed to return to the United States. But since Mike was a Kuwaiti citizen, he was forced to stay and did so for 7 months. When he returned home, one of the first things he wanted to do was become a U.S. citizen. Well, today that's going to happen. Today at 2, Mike and 30 others will go before a federal judge to become citizens of the United States.
Coming up, Skip Kordas and weather for this Tuesday.
Well, we've got some sun out there, folks, and we have some showers as expected, some light showers up in northern parts of the area. We'll take a look at that, and a pretty good forecast into Friday.
All right, and also we'll chat with Dr. Bob Arnot of CBS This Morning about an upcoming health series. Stay with us.
From your Project Pride station, you're watching KSLA News 12, building pride in the Ark-La-Tex.
1 out of 10 women will develop breast cancer. I've been there. If you're over 35, schedule a mammogram. Call the Women's Breast Center. The Women's Breast Center cares about you.
Call now to schedule your screening mammogram at a special reduced price available for a limited time. The Women's Breast Center specializes in comprehensive breast care. Call the Women's Breast Center today to schedule your screening mammogram at 226-0123. The Women's Breast Center. We care about you.
What's so great about this $13,000 4x4? You can drive it for $99.86 at Yoakum Toyota. $9,986 for a brand new 4x4. Lease for less. 92 pickups, just $59.96. $5,996. And you drive a brand new 4x2. But you must act now. Call 636-9851. That's Yoakum Toyota. Linwood Auto Mile, Shreveport.
If you've been injured because of someone else's carelessness, call us. We're C. William Gerhardt & Associates, and we've got over 20 years of experience. Let us at C. William Gerhardt & Associates negotiate with the insurance companies. Let us interview the people involved and handle the mountain of paperwork. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Helping accident victims is our business, and we're ready to help you. We're paid no attorney's fees unless we collect for you. C. William Gerhardt & Associates, helping people who've been injured in an accident. Call 42-LEGAL.
California became the 20th state to make use of the death penalty with today's execution of Robert Alton Harris.
The 39-year-old Harris was sent to the gas chamber for the murders of 2 16-year-old boys and for stealing their car and for bank robbery. His brother and accomplice, Danny, testified against him in their trial. Harris became the first person to be executed in California in 25 years.
Activists on both sides of the abortion debate traded insults today as an anti-abortion protesters massed in a steady rain outside Buffalo, New York's clinics. A similar number of abortion rights demonstrators were also on hand, and about 50 Buffalo police officers and Erie County Sheriff's deputies manned wooden barricades in the street to keep the sides apart. Abortion rights demonstrators sang and chanted while anti-abortion protesters held hands, sang hymns, and said prayers. The anti-abortionists want to shut down the city's abortion clinics, while abortion rights activists plan to hamper their efforts.
Time now for Skip and our weather, and it's a little chilly out there today.
Yeah, a little chilly
pretty.
this morning, but nice. That's right. Very nice out there in some parts, but not so nice in other parts. I'll let you know where it's not so nice in other parts in a minute, but this morning, as y'all were saying, it's on the chilly side. Temperatures in the 40s and a 52 over in Monroe. 45 was the coolest reading in El Dorado. 48 in Natchitoches. 46 in Lufkin, 48 also over in Longview, and Shreveport, 46 as well as Texarkana. Very chilly morning out there. Record in Shreveport was 40, so not too far away from that record low temperature. At noon, it's mostly sunny, a few clouds coming on in, 69 degrees. Relative humidity right now, 40%, and the winds are out of the west at 13 miles per hour. Barometer is on the rise from 29.94 inches of mercury. And all the action is really off to our east across the eastern parts of our nation. Lots of thunderstorms here, some severe weather in parts of Georgia into South Carolina. That's the weather that affected us on Sunday. But we do have a little patch of rain here in North Texas stretching over to northeastern parts of Texas. And we can zoom in on that from the Longview perspective. And nothing right here in Shreveport or much of southwest Arkansas. But you can see up here near DeKalb, stretching down to Mount Pleasant area, some showers to moderate showers, some darker green here indicating some moderate showers going on. And this is all working to the east at about 35 or 40 miles per hour. So it's really moving along. Looks like the northern half of the Ark-La-Tex could be a threat for some showers. Texarkana also for this afternoon, but I think they're moving so fast they'll be out by early this evening. On the satellite loop here, we can see what the action is. A big storm system spiraling around here in the Midwest and bringing all that severe weather across the east. Lots of clouds all the way from Florida all the way up to Canada and then back into parts of Iowa and Kansas. And believe it or not, near Kansas City, Missouri this afternoon, there is snow on the ground, a good 9 inches of snow in some parts of eastern Kansas. 30s for temperatures right now as close as the southern part of Kansas. 50s as far close as, let's see, northwestern parts of Oklahoma right there. And there are those patches of rain in northern parts of Texas. Some 70s all the way across the Midwest into Texas, and some 80s down in southwestern parts of Texas. But for us, our next storm system is this front. And after a quick break, I'm going to tell you where that front's going and how it's going to affect our weather coming up in the next couple of days. So don't go away.
Hello, I'm Jack Durr, and this is my wife, Margaret. We've been a customer of Pioneer for 20 years. They install units in both our home and other properties.
What I like most about Pioneer is they do exactly what they say they're going to.
As a professional engineer myself, I like this. They're priced right, service you right, and make you feel special.
For service and installation of the energy-efficient heat pump, call Pioneer Comfort Control Systems. Over 30 years in customer service.
I'm Earl Valentine for Midway Marine. You don't have to go far to be 1,000,000 miles away, just this far. So put that Johnson outboard in gear and relax. Put her on down the lake. You can hardly hear a Johnson running. Watch a sunrise, catch a sunset, catch up on quality time with your family. Low pontoon boats, Johnson outboards, and Midway Marine. You don't have to go far, only to Midway Marine.
An allergy attack can start small. Itchy eyes, stuffy nose. But before you know it, your allergy is full grown. That's when you need Dimetap, the allergy medicine. If it was any stronger, you'd need a prescription. Maximum strength Dimetap Extend tabs work for 12 full hours. It's the way to relieve the congestion and sneezing of a full-grown allergy attack. Dimetap, relief for the full-grown allergy attack.
Well, here's the fronts right now up to our northwest, and by tomorrow, this is how they will move. As we put weather in motion, we'll see the rains moving into the Rockies. For us, a beautiful day for tomorrow, but we'll be on the warm side with temperatures in the mid-80s. Then by Thursday, we'll see the rain showers coming into Oklahoma and parts of the Texas Panhandle. For us, just some clouds moving in, but then Friday is when we will have our best chance for rain coming up this week, some cooler air coming in behind it. Okay, this afternoon, a few showers in northern parts of the Ark-La-Tex, but all in all, not too bad on the mild side with a high of 74 degrees. Southwest winds at 7 to 14. Then for tonight, not too bad. Showers ending early. On the cool side once again with a low near 50. All right, here's the next 3 days and see how they look. Mostly sunny for tomorrow, 50 in the morning, 85. Kind of warm tomorrow afternoon. No chance of rain tomorrow, but Thursday we'll see partly cloudy skies as that front approaches, 56 in the morning, 83 in the afternoon with gusty winds out of south at 10 to 20. A very slight chance of rain Thursday night. Best chance of rain looks like Friday, mostly cloudy skies, 50% chance of rain on Friday, 60 in the morning, 82 in the afternoon, and unfortunately there will be a chance of rain for the opening of Louisiana Downs this Friday, but tomorrow it's beautiful.
All right, but those mud runners might like that, right?
They might, that's right.
Thank you,
Thanks, Skip.
This Wednesday on CBS This Morning, medical correspondent Dr. Bob Arnot begins a series of reports on smoking. In the first part of the series, he will focus on the newest fad in kicking the habit, the nicotine patch.
Dr. Bob joins us live now from New York with more. Dr. Bob, does the patch work or is this just a fad?
Well, it's a pretty popular fad if that's what it is. These patches were all sold out for the first month or so that they were on the market. It seems everybody who really wants to quit is trying them out. And the research shows that they really do work better than a patch or than nothing at all. A smoker usually stands an 8 or 9% chance of being able to quit, which with the patch it goes up towards 20%. So it is more effective than nicotine gum and more effective than behavioral therapy alone.
Okay, so we'll understand, the patch is something that actually adds nicotine to the system, so are you really kicking a habit?
It's a very good point. Nicotine is the single most addictive substance that we know of in any commonly used drugs or alcohol. By using a patch, you are putting nicotine back into your body. But nicotine is a lot safer than the 4,000 different chemicals that we add by smoking cigarettes. So it's quite true that you still have that physical addiction to the nicotine, although you're taking it out of the equation so that you then can focus on the bad habits. Lots of smokers are depressed, they're anxious, they're stressed, and they use tobacco as a way of medicating themselves. They'd be much better off focusing on a way of dealing with their anxieties, with their depression, with their stress, by seeking behavioral treatment or psychiatric treatment so that they can find the root of that bad habit and with the help of a nicotine patch, get over that.
Dr. Bob, from the series you've been doing, can you actually successfully quit cold turkey, or can you just do it for a while?
It's quite clear that in dividing smokers up, there is a group that can quit just cold turkey. I think that most of them, because of the terrible health consequences of smoking and because of the social stigma, have quit if they could. Those that are left either really like to smoke and they're not about to give it up, or they're so terribly physically addicted that they just can't. And that's why I think the nicotine patch does have a real chance of making a dent in that group of recalcitrant smokers who just can't quit on their own.
Have you found that there is a best way to quit smoking, like weaning yourself away or a patch in combination with therapy or whatever? Or is there a good way to quit?
Well, the research does show this. One, you got to really want to quit in the worst possible way. Without that motivation, it's not going to work. Two, sure, the nicotine patch does give you your best sort of leg up, but it's a crutch. And three, you need to find what kinds of behavioral therapies are going to work to replace this very bad habit with other good habits. It might mean taking a walk when you're stressed, or finding something to chew on rather than putting a cigarette in your mouth. So you really need to have that tridomic or three-phased approach to win and succeed in quitting smoking.
Well, Dr. Bob, does that gum work for some people? The nicotine gum, we see it everywhere.
It does work. It's not quite as good as the patch. It's particularly good for those individuals who chew tobacco because it's going to supplant that bad habit, which is also cancer-causing, with something that is the same actual chewing habit that they had, and may actually be better than the patch for them. The sorry thing that I've seen in this building, though, is that people will have the patch, they will chew the gum, and they'll still smoke two packs of cigarettes a day.
All right, Dr. Bob Arnot, look forward to your series starting tomorrow.
Thanks for being with us.
Okay. Now, a little later on in the show, we will show you a beautiful animal that you can call your own.
And coming up, Mr. Food tells us a new way to cut the cabbage.
If you want that everybody loves it coleslaw like the delis make, well, we can make it too. It's a snap.
Pat Harrington, a fierce champion in the ring or in the courtroom. 425-1234. 425-1234. You win when Pat Harrington wins.
What I remember most about having a cataract was the glare from lights at night, even glare when I tried to watch TV.
Cataract removal isn't what it used to be. With one stitch, the incision is so small only one stitch is necessary. One stitch means faster recovery than ever before.
So now I can see so much better, and my cataract is just a blurry memory.
For quality eye care, call Bossier Ophthalmology Clinic at 747-1100.
Getting a piece of cake, huh? Got any cold Louisiana milk to go with that? You sure there's any there? What if it's all gone? No delicious Louisiana milk to go with that ooey gooey cake.
Drink up, kids. Order milk at Shoney's through May 3rd and get a free milk cup from the dairy farmers of Louisiana.
If you know what's good for you,
You'll get more milk.
you got it, kid. Play it cool.
Wednesday on Inside Edition. Officer, take a look in your rearview mirror, because Inside Edition's Steve Wilson is right behind you with an all-new investigation.
I know a lot of police officers speed, but what I don't understand is why would somebody who's had a serious accident keep doing what they're doing?
Speeding Cops 4, Wednesday. And on the next Inside Edition, women who go wild for baseball players reveal their reasons. Watch Inside Edition.
Tonight at 6:30 after KSLA News 12.
You know, so far the pets we've shown you in our pet adoption segments have found good homes, and the folks at the shelter tell us response has been good, so we have another great dog looking for a good home.
This is a male golden retriever. He's over a year old. He obeys simple commands. He's calm and seems to like children. Now, the shelter folks say this dog is very obedient, very quiet, and he just needs a good home with lots of love. Now, if you'd like to adopt him and give him a name, he doesn't have a name yet, you can call the Caddo Animal Shelter.
He's beautiful, isn't he? The Bossier and Texarkana Animal Shelters also have animals waiting for adoption. The numbers in Caddo 226-6624, Bossier 741-8499, and Texarkana 501-773-6388.
I liked him.
Yes, me too. Time now for Mr. Food.
Right.
I want you to tell me about this little dish he's making today.
He told us personally that he was going to make coleslaw like you get in a restaurant.
Old-timey coleslaw?
Old-timey coleslaw.
Here's Mr. Food with the cold hard facts on slaw.
We're hearing more and more every day about the benefits of cabbage and the cabbage family. Well, how healthy it is for us, how we should eat it 3 days a week. Well, as kids, we ate it more than that. It was inexpensive, it was available all year long, and it was easy. And one batch lasted for days. Like old-fashioned coleslaw? Like this. We shred a medium head of cabbage. Now, it can be done by hand or grater or machine, or we buy about 4 pounds of it already shredded. You know, time-wise, that sometimes makes more sense. Put it into a bowl with a ½ cup of chopped onion, pour a cup of sugar over it, and let it stand a few minutes while we mix together a cup of vinegar, 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil, and a teaspoon each of salt, pepper, mustard powder, and celery seed. Just bring it to a boil and pour it over the cabbage, stir it, let it cool down, stir it again, and put it in the fridge covered overnight. And that's it. The next day, we've got German-type slaw that we still get in some of the delis. And sure, you can add some shredded carrot if that's the way you like it, or more or less sugar, or you can serve it as a salad side dish, or chop it up a little and use it as a relish for a picnic or a dinner, and it all works. Now, if you'd like the recipe, just send a self-addressed stamped envelope marked Old Time Slaw to me, Mr. Food, right here at the station, and we'll get it back to you for having the crunch of fresh that we remember. And it's right in our fridge, ready to go for days, and still easy and still inexpensive and still healthy for us. And it's all wrapped up in one, ooh, it's so good.
I don't ever remember my mom making slaw.
Mine did. We'll be back right after this.
Stay with us.
Were you born to shop?
If I know I'm going to a mall or a certain store, I can, pull out the right card.
Are you a neat freak?
Is there ever a day that you think things are clean enough?
Pack rat.
She has things from the time she was in high school.
Or cheapskate.
Lewis is so cheap.
Find out if you're a compulsive character on the next Montel Williams Show.
Today at 3 on KSLA 12.
People prefer eye care because of our fast, professional, courteous service. You'll have your new glasses ready in just 1 hour in most cases. Because of our senior citizens discount. Because of our huge selection of fashionable frames and contact lenses. And because of our commitment to quality, like the new Seiko thin lenses. Thinner, lighter, scratch resistant from Seiko. People prefer eye care. The right look at the right price.
If you own a pickup truck, you can add value and versatility to your truck with a cover from Quality Camper Sales in Bossier City. Outfitting your truck with a cover means more than just protecting your cargo. It means improving your truck's looks and your gas mileage. We have over 200 covers in stock with sizes to fit nearly any model. If you don't see exactly what you want, we'll special order for you at no extra charge. So don't let your pickup go around topless. Let us cover your truck today at Quality Camper Sales just south of I-220 on Swan Lake Road in Bossier City.
If you're one of the growing number of Americans who take aspirin under medical supervision, then you should ask your doctor about Halfprin, the new low-strength enteric-coated aspirin that makes it easier for you to follow your doctor's orders. Because with Halfprin, there's no need to break a regular strength aspirin in half to get the amount of aspirin your doctor feels is right for you. And Halfprin's enteric coating helps reduce the chance of stomach irritation. Halfprin is available at your local drugstore. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Halfprin today.
Organizers are hoping a rock extravaganza last night in London will pour millions of dollars into AIDS research.
The huge concert brought 72,000 people to Wembley Stadium. And as Barry Peterson reports, it was also a chance to honor a rock legend.
It was a concert as a tribute and as a warning. A tribute to Freddy Mercury and his group Queen, superstars of rock music for 2 decades. Through the night, rock music's best and brightest sang his praises by singing his song.
Goodbye, everybody, I've gotta go. Gotta leave you all behind, baby.
And a warning about the flamboyant lifestyle of Freddie Mercury in the days before AIDS that took his life. Freddie Mercury was here. His videos played for the 70,000 at Wembley Stadium and a worldwide broadcast audience estimated at 1 billion people. And here in person, AIDS campaigner Elizabeth Taylor.
Tonight, we are here to raise money to help those living with AIDS. Tonight, we're here to send them a message that we care.
Freddie Mercury had millions of fans across the world. This, said one of his band members, was our goodbye. Barry Peterson, CBS News, London.
Elton had a new do.
He did. I didn't know Liza Minnelli was a rock star.
I've never heard her rock.
Me neither.
But she's
You
excellent.
learn something new every day, don't you?
I do.
Hey, we had some okay weather in most of the Ark-La-Tex. Some showers moving across northern areas, but tomorrow looks beautiful in the mid-80s.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Liza Minnelli's biggest hit was?
Cabaret.
New York, New York. That's our news. We'll see you at 5 o'clock. Have a good day.
Have a good one.